Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signorn. Man, we have something else stupid to look at on the internet today. I can't wait to get through this. Boob Arbor and the Mandalorian? Wait, what? Who is that next to me? Matt Stagmer? What's up, dude?
How's it going, bud?
Guys, if you don't know who this is, we have a legend in the building, guys. Man-at-Arms, one of the Man-at-Arms Blacksmiths. He's now doing his own thing over on That Works on YouTube. How brilliant to have an actual blacksmith today as we talk about the stupidity of someone online complaining about boob armor. Matt, so happy to have you. How you been, man?
Man, I've been good, working hard, but doing really well.
You are. In fact, before we even get to this stupid story, it's really just an excuse so I can promote you guys, because whenever there's a blacksmith thing in pop culture, I love promoting you guys. Go check out That Works over on YouTube. They're building their own little channel, him and Ilya. Amazing blacksmiths doing amazing work themselves. And they just made the katana from Demon Slayer that just went up a couple days ago. Go show it some love, as well as you did the Among Us blade. Dude, bravo, man. How's it going over there?
Thank you. It's going great. I mean, we're getting set up here. Finally, we've been at this new shop for about a year, but starting from scratch, getting machinery, figuring out exactly what we're gonna do, and not only that, coming from Man-at-Arms, we had a 14 to 17 man crew filming it.
Yeah.
Now I'm doing the lighting, I'm filming it, I'm editing it all myself. So
yeah, bravo, dude.
Been learning a whole nother craft. I thought I knew what I was doing, but it's taken a long time.
You start realizing how expensive it gets.
Yeah, it's been crazy. And nicely enough, honestly, a lot of the old Man-at-Arms crew has reached out to me and lent me some pointers here and there and stuff like that. So
good. Yeah, I'm always here if you ever need anything. I love seeing you guys back in there doing it. This is and guys, it looks awesome. It's back to the roots of just I feel it. You guys are out there doing your thing, making it yourself. You gotta love that. Matt keeps, if you see me popping into Matt's audios or videos kicking out. But bravo, guys, go check out That Works. Support these guys as they rebuild. Let's get them up to 7 million subscribers like they did on me.
Man. I'll take 1 million. That'd be great.
Yeah, let's get to 1 million exactly. But I'm happy to have you because there's something stupid on the internet, and I thought we could both enjoy this. So here's what we're talking about today. I don't know who Anita is, and I'm not here to poke at her, but I'm gonna a little bit just because she put this out there. Lady Mandalorians have boob armor? Oh, come on, seriously? Now. Seriously? When I look at these images too, like for her to complain about this. Like there's boob armor you could complain about, right? There's definitely boob armor you can complain about. Like these are clearly chest plates that are just fitting in a woman's chest, which is in my case, it's actually sometimes larger than most other guys. But to be honest, some people need a larger chest plate is what they'd call that. Before I get into the idiocy of this, I want to get your feedback. You are a blacksmith. You have built armor. What do you think of this ridiculous claim on the internet today?
Well, one of the really cool things is I haven't just built armor. I built myself a full set of Mandalorian armor a couple years ago out of metal and aluminum. And just my chest, I don't have much of a chest and I don't have much of a tummy, but it is just fitting those plates. I was surprised how much I had to fit them absolutely to make them work. Like I had to fold in some metal here, fold in some metal around. Like you have to conform it to your shape a little bit for that to work. If you just have flat plates, even on my form, it would look real clunky and it wouldn't work at all. So honestly, just from a armor standpoint, like every single one has to be fitted. Even if you look at the main character, his plates aren't flat. Like they have some form to them. Now women have breasts, whether they're big or small, it doesn't matter. You're gonna have to adjust for that a little bit. Now, watching The Mandalorian, I didn't when they came on the screen for the first time. Of course, like me and everyone else, I was just like, "Wow, this is awesome to finally see Bo-Katan on the screen in live action." But I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that they were formed a little more than the cartoons until somebody had posted like a side-by-side a few days later on Facebook or Instagram or something. And I went, oh yeah, it is formed a little more, but yeah, they would have to be. Like if you look at the cartoon version, she would have had to have 0 chest whatsoever, whether it was muscular or natural breast, it wouldn't fit. So look at it. I mean, it's so modest. Like I don't get it.
And it's
I
like,
honestly don't get it.
what's funny is someone else had put out there, I'm trying to find it. It's like, hello, like we've seen so much worse stuff on men and George Clooney's Batman. I mean, like, it's like, what do we, I mean, look at the Witcher armor, which has his abs put in there and his own chest put in there. Like, it's common, especially in today's standard, even back then, as people were sort of pointing out, look at down there, it's fitting someone large.
I mean, honestly, if you want to know a lot, and I mean like more than you'd ever want to know about armor in this case, there is a video on our channel where Ilya talks for almost an hour and breaks down why that type of armor that highlights different features existed. And it's, is boob armor practical? It's kind of like a thing. It was a while ago, but it's down there.
All right,
and
I'm looking for it.
He really gives you like an inside look like you wouldn't understand, but really for this particular topic, I don't even think you need to go into it. Yeah, there it is. Just because it's not boom armor, it's just form fitting,
right?
How it would have to be. Literally, like Mandalorian armor is pretty basic and subtle plates. There's not much to them, but you have to fit them to the individual. So whether it's a guy, if they had a guy on there that had huge pecs, his plates would be formed almost exactly like Bo-Katan's. There's no sexuality there, in my opinion, whatsoever. So, yeah, but he does a really great explanation. He goes into Greek sculpture and all kinds of different things and why that kind of armor was ever existed in the first place. And it's really great. So if you want to take a look,
and I don't mean to turn off your ads, but I want to. Yeah, I'm going to show it. But guys, go click on this. I'll put this link in the description because this is beautiful. It'll answer the question even better than we did. But it just shows how silly it's getting in the world that we are now. So someone's just watching and immediately just goes to judge the boob armor, which to me it's like it's not. It's exactly what you said. Like you got to form it. And as we saw when the Mandalorians are forging those helmets, like they're making these custom built suits for these people that of course you would fit it to the body. If a guy's taller, you would make it longer. If a guy's fatter, you make it wider. If someone has a big chest, as this sort of animation over here, where was it? This was sort of a fair point. And here were some people just to say, this sounds like a person who has never forced their boobs into armor not meant for their boobs. Some female cosplayers and people coming in. I have a 34H cup. I need boob armor regardless of what your flat chest thinks. Listen, I'm all for not unnecessarily sexualized stuff, but this is not sexualized. This is literally just armor made to fit their boobs. I wouldn't want to be squished into flat armor. Sorry, but I know you all want your woke points. But that's the world we live in now where, oh my God. And so she responded to this just so we could sort of react because, sorry, I'm trying to find, sure, a lot of blacksmiths in my mentions today because she can't just take the criticism and realize, okay, maybe that was a dumb tweet. But here she is now sort of trying to justify it. And now I have a blacksmith in the video to really to put this to bed. But now she's sort of twisting this to, really, haven't we done this before? Now she's connecting it to, well, there's not a single female speaking character in The Mandalorian. I have no idea what that has to do with the boob armor thing she's trying to justify. Their grown-ass children get so emotional and throw these embarrassing temper tantrums when a woman has ever the slightest critique on the mainstream corporate media they feel ownership over. They keep trying to gatekeep the most popular franchise in the world. Sorry to burst your bubble, but the jig's up on y'all. Star Wars isn't some niche exclusive tree club where you can hang out and no girls allowed sign and dictate the terms of the discourse. It was never meant to change anytime soon. Oh my God, this girl really upsets me because what the hell does this have to do with your tweet that you got justified backlash for? This is a badass armor. This is two female badasses showing up in a show, completely defeating your original point that has nothing to do with this. What is happening with fandom, Matt? Why can't we just enjoy this and applaud the fact, yes, two female heroes just showed up and schooled the Mandalorian? Shouldn't that be like cool enough? But now it's more complaining. Go ahead, sorry.
It was. I mean, I don't have much to say besides the fact that it was just such an awesome moment, and a few bad apples are going to spoil it for everybody, but in general, I think most people are just excited and understand it. Maybe they need a little explaining here and there, but this isn't Wonder Woman. This isn't anything to like freak out about. This is just how pretty, subtle armor that had to be fitted. That's all this is. And it was like kudos to everyone involved in that episode because man, like I get chills just thinking about it. I can't wait to watch it again. Like my whole family, we watch it every Friday night, and it was just like, what? It was phenomenal. And I I hate the fact that somebody, saw that and didn't feel that way. That's a bummer because they didn't do anything wrong. Not here. Some don't get me wrong. There's some female armor that you definitely could have an argument with, but this, I mean, come on. Yeah, look at the black.
Yeah, I was gonna say, sorry, I just had it up and then I lost it. But if you look at the Blacksmith, even she, she has plates there for that part of her chest, similar to these, but this is only sort of, I'm assuming, the actresses had bigger, they were sticking through enough that they made it more. But even here, you can tell
I pal around with the Mandalorian mercs at conventions and stuff, and that's just a group of people, kind of like the 501st, that dress up like Mandalorians, and they all do their own, outfits, and they paint their own color schemes. And there's some play, and there's a lot more play now with some live action of how everything has to fit. They're very particular, and almost every single woman that makes their own plates has to do some adjustment like that. The overly sexualized ones are literally not allowed in that club, but you have to make some adjustments to all the body parts. Fat dudes have to make big rounded belly plates, or they just have a flat plate here and it doesn't work. I mean, it goes both ways, and I think Star Wars does a really good job of not getting too crazy with that.
No, and if I was going to critique,
I think
if I was going to critique anything about this, it would be that they made the slits thinner, which has nothing. But I know that's from the cartoon, like that's established because it's the owl like look that she does. But the only thing I would critique is like, well, why would you make your eyesight even less visible? Which I feel like they're doing. But they have computers in there. I guess it's like Terminator vision, right?
Right. When you see the almost the Predator vision, if you will, like when he's inside the ship and he turns that on and throws the smoke so he can see the heat, like they explain it a little bit. But let me tell you, walking around a convention, like I said, I have a full steel helmet that I made with the visor and a shade 5 welding thing, so you can't see me, but I can kind of see out. It's hard as hell to see. Let
alone do a big fight sequence in that.
But you can.
Right.
But you can.
If we're going to make fun of a fictionized space world, it's the fact that it would be actually a lot harder to do those moves in those Mandalorian outfits because it doesn't make much, you don't have any visibility. But who cares? We're having fun here. And for her to sort of take the fun out of, I don't know.
Oh well.
I still had fun with it. This didn't. I'm more having fun at the ridiculousness of this topic. But I appreciate you coming in and helping us reiterate that I'm not crazy. This is not something that's wild. Final thoughts on this, Matt, as we wrap up this silly topic.
Armor has to fit. So there you go. It's fitting. It needs to not have gaps and spaces, and they did a pretty good job on adapting it to real life. Honestly, some of the cartoon stuff, the plates are a little smaller in different places and leave you pretty vulnerable. So I think they did a really good job overall in The Mandalorian for both the main character's armor and the 3 that we saw, and all the ones we saw in the first season too. Like, it was all pretty good. Not much here to complain about. There's a lot of legit things out there to cry about. This isn't one of them.
Agreed. Well said. And you guys can go support That Works over on YouTube. Go support Matt and hit up this video. Share it wide. I'll be tweeting it out, and I'll put the link in the description down below. This one and the armor plating one with Ilya. He knows his stuff. So go check those out if you want more information. And I will be posting my Mandalorian review for the members only section. If you guys want to watch that, it'll be up later today. So become a member. In fact, I'll put it at the end of this video. Thanks so much for coming, Matt. Always good to see you. Go support That Works. Come on anytime. We got to get you back in a nerd war. You got to movie fight back in the day, but coming into a nerd war, we'll make it official. But always good to see you, my man. Keep up the hard work. Love seeing you out there working it. And those of you guys watching, please sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button, that all notifications, and smash that like button. We'll see you soon. Watch these other videos in the meanwhile. Thanks for watching, everybody. That works.
Bye-bye. That does work.
That totally works. It's clever. Now I get why you did that name, because it works.